Hey guys, so for this video, I'm kind of just going to rant a little bit on this whole Girls' Generation losing some members. Today was announced by SM that 3 members did not renew their contracts, so technically right now Girls' Generation is a 5-member group. And before I start talking, for those who may not know, I'm a huge Seohyun. Girls' Generation is actually the reason why I stayed and got more into K-pop. I initially just became interested in K-pop because of Donbangshinki, but the reason why I really got into it and started learning about like a lot of groups, specific members, and even started liking other groups was because of Girls' Generation. And I grew up listening to them, and this news just really upsets me, and it's completely understandable. They made those decisions. I'll later talk about that, but I just really wanted to point out that I am a fan of theirs for the longest time, like 2009. And yeah, so I have both of these albums, the first release and the last release, kind of as a group, as a large group, because even though they don't have Jessica in Holiday Night, they still had 8 members, and obviously their first release is with 9 members. And if you're curious about my Girls' Generation, look through my channel. I uploaded my collection for them. So like I was saying, they lost 3 members. They lost Seohyun, Tiffany, and Sooyoung. On the reports, they say that Sooyoung and Seohyun are wanting to pursue more acting roles, so we're probably going to see them in a lot of dramas, mini-series, web series, and movies in Korean entertainment. And actually that has been happening a lot. I think Seohyun was participating in a lot of dramas this year and last year, so I knew that she was going to go on that route, but I wasn't expecting her to completely just leave SM. While Sooyoung has been acting kind of for the longest time, probably along with Yuna, she and Yuna are probably the ones that are most well known for acting, so I knew that she was going to continue to pursue the acting route. And then Tiffany has been announced that she's planning to study abroad and trying to just break into more the international market. So I kind of have my commentary on each of them, leaving and kind of the other ones staying. I wasn't really expecting. I want to start with Tiffany since is the one that shocked me the most. But then again, there were reports earlier, just a couple months ago, that she wanted to kind of study abroad, and I guess they were true. As we all know, Tiffany had the whole scandal with the Independence Day in Korea, or like not Independence Day, like a Liberation. I forgot what it was, but she had a whole Japanese-Korean scandal, and it just tarnished her whole reputation. She lost a lot of popularity in Korea, and she's a little bit kind of blacklisted in the Korean entertainment, so she really just kind of holds on to the Girls' Generation brand. So that's why I find it shocking that she just left completely, or just decided to leave SM, when really all she really could bounce on right now, bounce back on, is the support of having Girls' Generation and releasing music with them, promoting with them, and probably getting just more deals or sponsorships through her being associated with Snsd. So I don't know what she's really going to do, if she's going to just completely leave Korea because, again, like I said, she's not really well liked because of that whole issue. So I don't know what she's really going to do. If maybe she's gonna go. If by international they mean like what what Jessica has been doing. She kind of promotes all over Asia. So I don't know if that's what Stephanie going if that's what Tiffany's going to do, or she's going to move to the U.S. and try to, you know, get some roles on TV series or movies. At least she speaks English, and that's one of her bonuses. But I don't think it's the safest route. But obviously, I wish her the best of the luck with anything she does. She was one of my favorite members in the group. And vocally, I didn't want Tiffany to leave because she does have a lot of texture to her voice, and she brings a lot of diversity to Girls' Generation songs, even though she kind of overdoes it at times. She was an essential member of Girls' Generation. That's one of the first members, I think, when it comes to Snsd. And yeah, so it's really sad to see her go. I think that was one of the biggest shocks for me. So for Sooyoung, I'm not too shocked because out of the members, when it comes to acting, I think she's one of the best ones. Like, because we're just more well known for her acting skills. So I do see her getting some potential in the acting world, and she's kind of always been on the background when it comes to SNSD. She's not one of those members that people technically focus on when it comes to SNSD. So that's why I'm guessing that she just decided to leave, because she doesn't play an essential or a big role in the group. Obviously, I love her so much, but Sooyoung is not a member that gets a ton of lines or a lot of screen time, or it's even just as a member that is in the center. So she was kind of one of the members that I was debating on whether she was going to stay or go. And obviously, I hope she gets signs a contract with a company that will give her a lot of opportunities in the acting world. And I wish her a lot of success in that field, because she does have a lot of potential in that. And I don't think she'll be releasing any kind of solo music. Maybe Tiffany, but I don't think so. Sooyoung is going to be releasing any music on her own. And then lastly, the last member that decided to leave SM was Seohyun, which again, another kind of surprising news for me. I didn't expect her to leave, because Seohyun has gotten a lot of opportunities through SM, and she even got this whole solo, and I think SM was probably going to be willing to give her another opportunity, maybe releasing another solo album, since she had one earlier this year. It wasn't a huge success compared to Tiffany or Taeyeon, but since she has such a squeaky clean image, and maybe with the whole drama rules, and maybe her popularity can get increased over time, and then she'll probably get another solo. But she's not in SM anymore, so I do see her releasing some solo music, but probably just going to primarily focus on just acting, and maybe even do theater. She's multi-talented, but when it comes to acting on dramas, I don't think she's the best actress. So I think she's going to have some difficulty there, especially without SM backing her up and getting those roles. And she doesn't have SNSD tied to her name anymore, even though she was a member for a long time. She doesn't have that brand with her anymore. So I don't know how that's going to go, especially because she gets a lot of criticism for her acting. So good luck to her. And again, I hope that she gets signed with a good company that will get her those roles, and then over time she can gain some recognition through in the acting field. And then the remaining members, Taeyeon, Yoona, Gyuri, and Sunny and Seohyun are remaining in the group. So far, they say that Girls' Generation is not disbanding, which I'm really glad, because obviously they're one of the few reasons why I've kind of stayed in K-pop, and they just played a big part in K-pop as a whole and bringing it into the international into an international audience. So again, I was a bit surprised that actually no, I wasn't that surprised that all the members stayed, because Seohyun has always been really loyal to SM and Girls' Generation. Even on interviews, she said, even though I'm not in the spotlight, I just love being a Girls' Generation member. So I didn't expect her to leave, especially since she was getting a lot of solo opportunities, a lot of variety shows, etc. Sunny, obviously, since she's her family is part of SM, I didn't expect her to leave. Taeyeon, biggest and obvious answer. She has a huge solo career going for her, and having a big company like SM backing her up just opens her opportunities to have just big projects, like in just a lot of support for album promotions. And even if Taeyeon left SM, she is one of those members that is just guaranteed success, but bigger success if she stayed with SM, obviously, because they have a big budget when it comes to Taeyeon releases. So I'm really glad that she stayed, because everything that she's done with SM has been extraordinary, and you can tell Taeyeon is successful by herself, because she doesn't primarily necessarily promote a lot on music shows or at all. She just kind of releases songs and the really big hits. So she just has it going for her solo career. So I'm really excited, since she's staying in NSM. She doesn't seem to be going into the variety field or the acting scene. She just is gonna stay a singer and a performer. So I'm expecting more music from her, so I'm excited for that. Then we have Yuri. There are rumors that Yuri is planning a solo album. She just recorded a song for SM Station. I don't know when that's going to come out, but that's been like confirmed, and there's leaked photos and audio of her song. It's really upbeat, so hopefully that's a sign that she will get that solo album that everyone's just been dying to get. So I hope that she does get that opportunity. And then we have Yoona. Yoona is one of those members, along with Taeyong, that I basically said she can leave, and I'm not worried for her, because with Taeyong, she is the most popular member of Girls' Generation. She's huge in China. She's relatively still popular in Korea, and she just has a ton of fans. And obviously, even though Yoona is not necessarily the best actress, she still gets lead roles in dramas and movies. So she's just an it girl, like Suzy. So I wasn't worried for her, but I'm really kind of surprised that she stayed. She's really loyal to the girl, so I think this was kind of more proof that she's extremely loyal to Girls' Generation, even though she does so many projects on the side. And that's one of the things that worries me when it comes to Girls' Generation promoting as a group, is the fact that Yoona promotes a lot on her own. So I don't know how SM is going to be dealing with that, or if they're going to be making comebacks per year or maybe every 2 years. So I don't know about that, but yeah. And then we have I already talked about Yuri. And then we have Sunny, who obviously, like I said, her family is part of SM, so she was obviously gonna stay in the company because I don't know, it's kind of obvious. And that's like the only thing I can really see positive in a positive light when it comes to this whole members leaving Girls' Generation is the fact that Sunny is most likely to get more lines in songs. And in my opinion, I talked about this in videos before, is that she's one of those hidden gems when it comes to SNSD. She is a lead vocalist in the group, but she has never been properly shown in songs, and hopefully she'll just get the spotlight she deserves now that Tiffany and Seohyun are not part of the group. She has to carry the songs with Taeyeon, so because obviously Hyoyeon, Yuna, and Yuri are stable live, but they're not like incredible singers. Like they're stable. They're not amazing, but they're good. So Sunny has to step it up to carry the vocals with Taeyeon, and I don't know how this is going to turn out. How the choreography is going to change, how lines are going to be distributed to perform old songs. Well, we just kind of have to wait and see if how SM is going to just deal with this whole situation, especially since two main vocalists left. And obviously I want a Sunny solo along with Yuri. They're like one of the two members that I wanted from the most. There were some reports saying that Sunny was rumored for solo as well. She kind of teased a bit at the beginning of the year, but I don't know if she was hinting towards a solo or for something different. Anyways, if you guys know anything about that, please tell me down in the comments. And also what I wanted to say in this video, this just kind of marks the end of an era for K-pop. Like, the second generation is completely kind of over. We still have those groups like Dongbang Ki, Highlight, previously known as Beast. Kind of thinking, it's really hard to think of other groups that are kind of not disbanded or on hiatus. Yeah, I can Infinite, Teen Top, but even those groups are kind of losing popularity. And as you can see, boy groups are more likely to kind of stay together because of their fan bases are relatively more solid than girl groups. A lot of just girl group members just decide to go to the acting route and just leave groups. So that's been an example for a majority of members leaving. And obviously, please support Girls' Generation if they continue to make music. I know I will, and I don't hate the other three for leaving. I'll support them like I do with Jessica. I love them as 9 members. I love them as 5. I love them as 8. So I'm just looking forward to seeing them continuing to release music if that's the plan. If they decide to completely disband, I'm going to be just even more upset. But this is how things go. You can't expect for them to last forever. So all good things come to an end, and they made a legacy over these past 10 years. So I'm really proud of everything that they have achieved and what they've done for K-pop, and they brought a lot of joy to my life. So I thank them for all of the hard work and the music that they've released over the years. So I'm just kind of waiting to see how they're going to promote if they're going to continue as a 5-member group. And yeah, so please don't post like hate comments on the other 3 girls. I'm sure that the other 5 are still friends with them, and even there's been some reports with other members still being friends with Jessica. So, you know, they just want to go on different paths. So please respect their decisions. And yeah, so this is kind of going a little bit off topic, but this is kind of like the reason why I'm pulling away, drifting away from K-pop. Is just I don't particularly love these new groups like I did with the older groups. And I am growing older as well, so not all the music is entirely my taste. And yeah, so if you are familiar with my channel, maybe I won't be buying as much, only just older things that I kind of want for my collection. And yeah, so that's it. If you guys want to kind of comment on anything, you can put that on the comment section. Or if you know anything regarding secret projects or rumored projects for specific members that I didn't mention on this video, please tell me, because obviously I want to know. And yeah, so kind of the Girls' Generation along with the Bangtan are my ultimates in K-pop, so sad to see them break apart along with the Bangtan, but yeah. So enough with the rambling. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll try to upload some more videos later this month. Alright, bye guys.